everyone, Amy Witry here, week 8 in the NFL, and as Tony the Tiger would say, it was great! Yes. The Saints were at home against the Steelers, and they won 20-10 on Sunday night. Now, normally, if it was Halloween in New Orleans and there was a football game, my ass would be there, obviously, because that's like a honeymoon weekend for me, but I'm still on the IR list, so I was actually here in my studio watching all the action with my gay brother husband. There was also a sexy ninja, a vampire, and some of my LA crew here, and it was a gorgeous game. But don't worry, there were some boudreaux in the Superdome that were bringing their A game as fans. Thank you, Patrice and Charles. Now, what we saw was an incredibly solid, very, very pretty offense and a super sexy defense. Way to go, Colston. Guess who was also on the ticket for this last weekend's game? Colston. Coincidence? I think not, because he had a touchdown. Now, everything looked so good on that team, but my favorite part about that, well, right after the win, was the black pants. Hello, I've been waiting for that all season. Everybody looks so good in those black pants. I love that they took the field. Because I actually, just one more thing to love. Okay. I think we also know that Darren Sharper is physically able to perform, as was evidenced on Sunday night. So, job well done. Nice to have you back. Speaking of Darren Sharper, my fantasy teams didn't fare quite so well this weekend, but I went all in. Anyway, I started every Saint that I had, practically. Of course, I started the defense in both of my leagues. Duh. Of course, I started Breeze and Colston. Duh. I also started Liddell Betts and Devery Henderson, but guess what? I'm fine with that. And who I did sit this weekend was Mike Wallace for the Steelers because I knew he wasn't going to get much, and he didn't. Another fantasy move I made on a complete lark this weekend that got lucky, Mason Crosby. I picked him up because I had a bye sitch, and yeah, he scored 9 points against the Jets, who didn't score any, and Green Bay walked away 9-0 winners. Who knew, okay? Clay Matthews plays for Green Bay Packers, used to play for USC. Something's going on with your hair, and I'm sure everyone knows a lot about it, but I don't. So if someone could just maybe give me the backstory on that, I'm sure I have some USC friend who hooked up with him or hung out with him back in the day. So if someone could tell me the backstory on his hair, that would be great. Oakland Raiders beat Seattle 33-3. Oakland is now 4-4, and they have scored 92 points in the last 2 games. So here's what needs to happen. Mark Giraldez, I'm talking to you. You're a Raiders fan. Get your ass to a game. Get some cheap tickets and go support your team. That's what you do. They're winning. You don't know when this is going to happen again. So get your ass to Oakland and cheer for your team. Okay. Speaking of Bay teams, San Francisco won. They beat Denver 24-16, which means they now have, I believe, 2 wins, which is one more than the Dallas Cowboys, who lost to Jacksonville 35-17. Now, I'm not going to go talking about the Dallas Cowboys and what a disastrous situation that is, because there's plenty of other people that do that. But I will say that I did see Jerry Jones say he's sorry, and he apologized to the fans because he knows everyone's disappointed. Well, here's what you can do, Jerry Jones. You can do what I did. I've got Cowboys fans that are friends as well, Ethan and Jake Havener. So what I did is I went out and bought them stuff, because guess what? They're having a rough time. Yeah. I bought them some socks, and I also bought a backpack. So here's the thing. You can buy people things and make them feel better when they're going through rough times. Just a heads up, Jerry Jones. Maybe throw out some t-shirts or something. All right. New England Patriots beat the Minnesota Vikings, and now the New England Patriots are 6-1. And yes, Tom Brady is cute. I had to say that because Jane made me, and I do kind of believe it. But what isn't cute is what's happening to Randy Moss. Here's the thing. He needs a job. He needs someone to throw in the ball, and he needs to score some touchdowns for a variety of reasons, and one of them being because he is on one of my fantasy teams. So somebody take the problem child. We all used to babysit back in the day. We know it can be a little difficult. We know it can be done. Get Randy Moss in a situation where he can produce some stuff, because we all know he can. Okay, Miami is unbeaten on the road. That's evidently their thing. So congratulations to the Miami Dolphins and my 2 friends that are Miami Dolphin fans, Matt Dana, Tia Carnes. Now, the AFC South, that division has 18 wins. The NFC South, that division has 16 wins. Those are the leading divisions on each side. Now, guess what that is? That's a useless statistic, but every other sports show has one, so I thought I'd throw one in there as well. Now, the Washington Redskins got beat by the Detroit Lions 37-25. Bottom line is, Detroit Lions can win games and they can score points. They're going to just be getting better and better over the next couple of years, and it's a little bit scary. But they have a lot of money invested in some of those players, so they should be producing. But what we need to take note of is that Mike Shanahan pulled Donovan McNabb in the last 2 minutes because he said that McNabb did not have the cardiovascular endurance to go through that 2-minute drill, which is kind of like calling him fat. But you know what? That's a whole other drama that's going to unfold, because Jamarcus Russell was up there like trying out for the Redskins this week. So I don't know. I put my money on McNabb, but I don't know. If he can't handle 2 minutes because he's fat, that's a little bit bitchy. Anyway, more on that later. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. My name's Amy Witry.